Hello, class 12th student. Today, again, I am going to start chapter 9. Topic is government budget. This is part 2. In the previous video, I had told you about what do you mean by government budget. So, government budget. What is government budget? Government budget is an annual statement that is related to government expenditure and receipt for one fiscal year. Okay, and it is estimated income, how much government will earn and how much he government will require to expend on different field to increase the pace of growth. Okay, now there are basically two part of government budget. First is receipt, budget receipt and budget expenditure. Now budget receipt having two part, revenue receipt and capital receipt. Same way budget expenditure is also having two part. First is revenue expenditure and then capital expenditure. Okay, so this one we had completed in the first video. Now what is revenue receipt? So remember, revenue receipt, whenever you are talking about the revenue receipt, remember always your pocket money. This is the money that you get but you have not to pay back. There is no liability created or there is no reduction in your fixed asset. So same is with in the case of economy, the money that is received by the government but it does not created it. If you talk about the revenue receipt, if any receipt having these two feature, any feature of first does not increases liability, okay, so does not increases liability or nor reduces fixed assets. Okay, so this is known as a revenue receipt. So basically there are two type of revenue receipt, tax and non tax. So within the tax we had learned direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax are those tax which are purchased by which are paid by the same person and the burden is also bear by the same person. If you talk about the indirect tax, to tax is paid by someone and the burden is shifted to another, like GST. Okay, and example of direct taxes: income tax, wealth tax, death tax, property tax, corporate tax. Okay, now in today video we had learned about non-tax, the non-tax penalty, fine, escheat, special assessment. There are many things, so we had learned yesterday. So in this way this first part had completed. Revenue receipt, so remember those receipt does not created any liability or not reduces any fixed assets. Those are considered as a revenue receipt. Today we are going to discuss about, first of all, capital receipt, then we are going to discuss revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Okay, now what is capital expenditure? Just opposite of revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure that creates liability, yani that increases liability or reduces fixed assets. That is considered as a capital receipt. Sorry, there is mistake in book, so write here capital. Okay, write here capital. It is a printing mistake, so correct it. Okay, so what is capital receipt? When there is increase in liability, otherwise reduce in fixed assets. Like suppose you require 5,000 rupees. If someone had given you 5,000, it's mean there is liability. Now liability on you to pay back this money with the interest. So whenever you get money as a loan, so it created liability for you. Okay. On the other case, if suppose you are having a land, or you are having a bike, or you are having a laptop, or you are having an Android set, no one is ready to give you money as a loan, so you can sell any of it and you get easily 5,000 rupees. Okay. So in this case, your fixed assets is going to be decrease. So such type of receipt in which otherwise liability is created, yani ki borrowing, you are taking borrowing, otherwise you are selling anything, this is known as a capital receipt. Okay. So what is written here? Those receipts which either create a liability or causes a reduction of the assets of the government. Okay, they are non-reckoning and non-routine in the nature. Actually, the main source of income is revenue receipt. Okay, why? Because it is a regular source of income. When revenue receipt is not sufficient source of earning, that time government consider capital receipt. That time government is going to borrow money, obviously, like your father monthly income, it is the example of revenue receipt. Okay. But sometimes when there is a family function, or there is some problem in the family, so they borrow the money. This borrowing is what? Capital receipt. So capital receipt is never a regular source of income. No one is going to depend upon this borrowing, or you can never going to sell fixed assets. Okay, this is not possible. So in this way, revenue receipt is a regular source of income. On the other hand, if you talk about the capital receipt, so it is not a regular source of income. When revenue receipt is not going to give you sufficient amount as a income, in that case you are going to take the help of capital receipt. Okay. Now what are the examples? So borrowing is its example. Why borrowing? Because it created liability on the government to pay it with the interest. Okay. So like borrowing are the capital receipt. Why? Because they lead to an increase in the liability of the government. On the other hand, tax receipt is not a capital. Why? Because it does not result in creation of any liability. Second example is given. The receipt must be cause a decrease in the assets. For example, sale of share of public enterprise is a capital receipt because it is reduction in the assets of the government. 100% share is with the government. If 50% government will sell it, it's mean it's 100%. The government is going to lose its 100% ownership. Okay, so in this way there will be decrease in the fixed assets of the government. So in short, capital receipt are those receipt that creates liability, otherwise that decreases fixed assets. Okay. Now what are the sources of capital receipt? First is borrowing. Already I had told you. So borrowing is the fund raised by the government to meet excess expenditure. Government borrow fund from open market, Reserve Bank of India, foreign governments, international institutions. Okay, and they have to pay back it with the interest. Now recovery of loan, this is also capital receipt. But remember, when you had given, suppose Aryan has given 1000 rupees to Ratnesh. So in this way there is assets. This 1000 are assets for Aryan. But when Ratnesh is going to return back these 1000 rupees, so in this case there will be no assets. He is going to get this money. Okay. So this is related. Recovery of loan is also related. So government grants various loan to the state government and union territory. Recovery of such loan in the capital receipt, it reduces the assets of the government. Okay, now other receipt, it include disinvestment. Disinvestment is what? It is the act of selling of part of whole of the share of PSU, public sector undertaking. So it is very important for your one and 3 marks. So remember, what do you mean by disinvestment? So selling of share of PSU is known as a disinvestment. Now a small saving, it is related to national saving certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, post office deposits. So these also uses, these savings are used by the government to meet the expenditure. Okay, but remember, it is going to create liability. देखो, this one going to create the liability, this is going to reduce the fixed assets, recovery of loan is going to decrease the fixed assets, and borrowing is going to create the liability. I'm going to write it. देखो, borrowing is going to create liability, recovery of loan is going to decrease fixed assets, disinvestment, it is going to decrease fixed assets. If you talk about the small saving, so whenever government use a small saving, so it is going to create liability, it is going to create, increase the liability for the government. Okay, now there is given a compare between these two, so after that there will be no doubt. Okay, what is revenue receipt? So that is not going to create any liability, are not going to decrease in the assets of the government. On the other hand, if you talk about the capital receipt, so it is going to create liability, otherwise going to reduce fixed assets of the government. Okay, nature, regular and recurring, like salary of a family is the regular source of income. Okay, and you are getting, your father is getting the salary, or your mother is getting the salary, they have not, this salary is not going to create any liability on them, or not there will be any decrease in the assets of the family. Okay, so in this way salary is the example in case of family. Okay, revenue receipt. If you talk about the government label, so what is its example? Tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Okay, if you talk about the capital receipt, so it is irregular and non-recurring. Whenever you are not able to find revenue receipt in sufficient amount that is required, that time you are going to make the use of capital receipt. Yani that time you are going to take loan, otherwise you are going to sell your fixed assets. Now, no future obligation. Okay, here in case of certain capital receipt like borrowing, there is a future obligation to return the money. Okay, in case of disinvestment there is no obligation, but in case of borrowing, obviously you have to pay, and with the interest. What are the example? Borrowing, disinvestment, use of small savings. Okay, now how to classify ki any receipt is a revenue receipt or any receipt is a capital receipt? So you have to keep in the mind that ki if a receipt is, sorry, if a receipt is a capital, if it create liability, or receipt reduces assets. On the other hand, a receipt is a revenue receipt if it is not going to create any liability, or not going to reduce any assets. Okay, so this is the main thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, now, so in this way the first part of the budget has completed, that is related to budget receipt. In budget receipt we had learned about revenue receipt and capital receipt. Okay, now the same way budget expenditure is also having two part. Okay, revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Now revenue expenditure is what? देखो, कोई भी expenditure हो रहा हो और जिससे ना तो आपके फिक्स एसेट्स इंक्रीज करें और ना ही आपके लाइबिलिटीज़ में डिक्रीज़ हो, ऐसे आप एक्सपेंडिचर को क्या बोलते हो? रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. फॉर एग्जांपल पेमेंट ऑफ सैलरी. Okay, maintain whatever expenditure is done on maintenance of law and order, whatever expenditure is done for external and internal security. So these are the example of revenue expenditure. Providing like a scholarship and old age pension, widow pension, employment allowances. These are the example of revenue expenditure. Why? Because these expenditure is not going to increase any fixed assets in the economy. There will be no increase in the number of the building, number of the firm, number of the production unit. Okay. One more thing, there will be no decrease in the liability of the government. Okay. On the other hand, if you talk about the capital expenditure, so this is related to those expenditure. Because of that, there will be increase in the fixed assets. There will be increase in the fixed asset. Otherwise, there will be reduction in the liability. For example, if government is going to construct a flyover, are going to construct a road, a school, hospital, institute. Okay, so these are what? These are increase in the fixed assets. If government is going to repay loan, so this is the example of decrease in the liability. So these are the example of what? Capital expenditure. Let us understand it properly. Now, revenue and capital expenditure. So first of all, revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure refers to the expenditure which neither create any assets nor causes reduction in liability of the government. Okay. For example, it is recurring. Salary you have to pay regularly. You have to make the payment on internal and external security. You have to make expenditure for maintaining the law and order. So these are recurring का मतलब जो continuously होता रहता है. Okay. Now, it incur on normal function of the government and provision for various services. Example, payment of salary, pension, interest, expenditure on administrative services, defense services, health service, grant to the state. Okay. Now, here is given example, expenditure must not create any assets of the गवर्नमेंट. लाइक सैलरी से कोई भी एसेट्स में इंक्रीज नहीं होगा. ओके. और ना ही इससे कोई भी लाइबिलिटी में डिक्रीज होनी चाहिए. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. नाउ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, जस्ट अपोजिट ऑफ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. So this is the expenditure which is going to create assets, otherwise going to reduce the liability. It is non-recurring in the nature. हमेशा गवर्नमेंट कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क नहीं कर सकती और ना ही हमेशा रीपेमेंट ऑफ लोन करती है. जब उसके पास उतना सफिशिएंट मनी होता है तभी ये काम करती है. ओके. इट एड्स कैपिटल स्टॉक ऑफ द इकोनॉमी. इट इंक्रीजेज प्रोडक्टिविटी through expenditure on the long period development program like metro and flyover. Loan to the state and union territory, expenditure on the building roads, flyover, factories, purchase of machinery, repayment, borrowing. So repayment of borrowing, these are the example of what? These are the example of capital expenditure. Okay. So in case of capital expenditure, it increases fixed asset, otherwise it reduces liability. Okay. So in this way, any construction work, otherwise repayment of loan, it is the example of what? It is the example of capital expenditure. Okay. Now, what is difference between these two? So it does not create any assets nor reduces any liability. If you talk about the capital, so it creates assets, otherwise reduces liability. Purpose, so normal running, for the normal running it is done. Okay. It is incurred mainly for acquisition of assets and granting of loans and advances. It is recurring in nature and it is non-recurring in nature. Example, salary, pension, interest. इसके एग्जाम्पल क्या होंगे? ऑल द कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क्स, रीपेमेंट ऑफ द लोन. हाउ टू क्लासीफाई कि एनी एक्सपेंडिचर इज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर आर कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. देखो, एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर तब होगा जब वो या तो इट creates assets, otherwise it reduces liability. If you talk about the revenue expenditure, so it does not created any assets and does not reduces any liability. Okay. Now, plan and non-plan expenditure. So whatever mentioned in 5-year plan, that is considered as a plan expenditure. Here is given some example like project covered under the central plan, central assistant for the state and union territory. Non-plan, it is not mentioned in the 5-year plan, like payment of interest, expenditure on defense services, subsidy, expenditure to be incurred on administrative services. That is not written in 5-year plan. So this is non-plan expenditure. Now, plan expenditure versus non-plan expenditure. Plan expenditure is spent on current development and investment outlay, whereas non-plan is spent on routine functioning. तो नॉन प्लान क्या है कि जो सैलरी पे करनी है, दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नॉन प्लान, और ये हमेशा ही करनी होती है। तो कंट्री को रन कराने के लिए, इकॉनमी को रन कराने के लिए, स्मूथली चलाने के लिए ये एक्सपेंडिचर करने होते हैं। Plan expenditure arise only when the plan provides for such expenditure, but non-plan expenditure is must for every economy. The government cannot escape from it. Okay, how to classify any expenditure as a plan or non-plan? So an expenditure is a plan expenditure if it arises due to the plan proposal. An expenditure is non-plan expenditure if it is out of scope of government plan. So if it is mentioned in the 5-year plan, this is plan expenditure. If it is not mentioned, this is non-plan. Okay. Now next is development and non-development expenditure. Development expenditure यानी कि those expenditure because of that there will be increase in the productivity of the economy. Okay. So for example, expenditure on agriculture, industrial development, education, health, social, scientific research. It's mean कि if whatever expenditure is done by the government for human capital formation, for infrastructural development, for social development, so these are considered as a development expenditure. Now, if you talk about non-development expenditure, so it is related to payment of salary, okay, whatever expenditure done by the government for defense services, for maintaining law and order. So these are non-development expenditure. Why it is non-development expenditure? Because it is not going to increase the productivity of the economy. There will be no increase in the quantum of goods and services. Okay, now we are going to compare both of it. So development expenditure directly going to increase the productivity. If you talk about the non-plan, so it is not going to affect productivity of the economy. But remember, non-development activity is very important for the development activity. So both are interdependent also. How to classify it is developed or non-developed? So if there is increase in the quantum of goods and services, so it is development expenditure. If it is not going to directly increase, so it is non-development expenditure. Now, how to classify expenditure as a developed and non-development expenditure? So same thing is given again. Okay, now types of budget, so it is very very important. देखो बैलेंस बजट इज व्हाट? बैलेंस मीन्स व्हाट कि when your receipt is going to equal to your expenditure, तो this is the case of balance. Surplus यानी कि your receipt is going to more in compare to expenditure. Deficit means कि your receipt is less than your expenditure, यानी कि you are earning 10 crore, you are expending 10 crore. Here in this case you are earning 10 crore, you are expending only 8 crore. In this case you are earning 10 crore but you are expending 12 crore. Okay, so best budget is considered in classical approach balanced budget, but today majority of the economy uses deficit budget. Why deficit budget? Because they have to do lot of development expenditure, so because of that they have to adopt this deficit budget. Okay student, thank you for today.